Good morning, Buddhas. Hello from Kitty. Butterscotch says hi. He's been kind of cuddly this morning, and I'm not really complaining. Now, today's subject may trigger someone, so leave now. Otherwise, stop being a victim. Yeah, you heard me. That's pretty much what we're going to talk about here, because if you're a victim, you're doing it wrong. I'm not sugarcoating it. Poor you. Oh no. Boo-hoo. Victims are people who have no power. Victims are people who blame their current situation or their circumstances or that thing that happened on the person or the thing or the stuff that did it. Newsflash. There is only one existence in this entire universe, and you are the focal point of it. So you did all that to yourself. So if you want to feel bad for yourself and blame someone, the only logical solution, hey kitty, is to feel bad for and to blame yourself. Right, kitty? Right, I agree. I'm a cat, I don't know anything. No, actually, he's a Lyran, and he knows things, he just doesn't tell me all the time. But if he's biting me right now, it's not his fault now, it's mine. So, back on track. Being a victim is what we're trained to do. Being a victim is what we're expected to feel. Being a victim is what our parents taught us because they were victims in most cases. I mean, clearly there's outliers here, but victim mentality is our state of being in this three-dimensional stuff. We absolutely love building monuments to all the victims. Some monuments are freaking called monuments to the victims of communism, for example. Now, I'm in no way saying that we should not respect what people have gone through in the past and honor our dead as a civilization. I don't care what race or creed or religious background you are from. Human beings have killed a lot of other human beings over the years, and I think that we should honor that fact and be respectful of those events. This is not what this is about. I'm not talking about history. I'm talking about your current and now situation. If you think that all the things that happen in your life are because some guy said something or some girl did something or whatever, then you are taking all the power that you have, you're giving it to them. Over there. If you then realize what you've been doing, which, guys, this is not something that happens overnight. Well, maybe eventually the epiphany feels like it's an overnight kind of thing, but this is lifetimes. Lifetimes, okay? It's not just like, oh, I'm a 20-some-year-old kid talking about this on you. No, this is lifetimes of learning that I'm suddenly starting to realize and understand that we've been going through. Just think of the last 100 years of history and all the victims we created, right? Again, I'm not saying we shouldn't honor the past, but we shouldn't freaking dwell on it forever either. And being aware that there's this learning that's been going on in the psyche, and that now we have the best possible time ever to stop being victims and to take accountability for our entire lives and to have another kitty cameo. What we need to do is to wake up to ourselves. Your little mind, okay, likes to blame everything. Oh, I didn't do that. Oh, you cut yourself. Okay, it's the paper's fault. The paper cut you, so clearly it's the paper's fault. But your negligence and your clumsiness cut you. Now, there's a whole other side of things about getting little feedbacks from the body, and that's actually a whole other discussion. But you are the reason you are feeling all the things. So it's not some situation from 5 years ago that made you feel this way, and that's why you drink at night. Calling you out. It's not some situation just the other day where a girl said something mean and now you feel worthless. Right? Like, get your power back. Guys, girls, whatever you identify as, figure out that, again, this is not an overnight situation, and I realize this video is kind of like aggressive. But it has to be a little bit, because you're probably listening to this being like, oh, well, Susie down in accounting did this thing to me that one time, and now I feel like, guys, seriously. Life is not a soap opera. It's not designed for suspenseful commercial breaks and freaking ratings. Actually, what it is a fantastic first-person video game that you're entirely in control of. It's Minecraft in creative mode. That's life. Why do you think kids love that so much? Because they can do anything they want. They love playing Minecraft. So back to what I'm trying to get at here. You have been a victim probably for most of your life. I was. Everything was someone else's fault. Then I started to realize that the only common denominator in all the situations that I was in was me. And this is a realization that's been going on for several years. This is not an overnight situation. And then I had a spiritual awakening, I think. I don't know. There's no like, you are now spiritually woke, here's a diploma. It's kind of something you decide yourself. That would be fun. We should start making diplomas for people to be spiritually woke. There should be like a society. We could call it Illuminati. Totally unrelated. Point being, once you kind of have those realizations that, oh my God, there's more going on here. And that's what I kind of think is a spiritual awakening. Is like you're awake not to understanding it, but to knowing that there's more, that you don't understand anything. Once you get to that point, you are going to have a really hard time blaming others for stuff. And it starts to be a little frustrating at first, and then you eventually realize, shit, it was all me from the beginning, and I've got to start taking accountability for this. So again, process that I went through was several years, if not maybe a decade of like starting to slowly chip away and realize, oh, the things that happened to me in my life are not other people's fault. I'm the person that they're happening to. But not taking accountability. Then starting to understand that a little bit better and taking more personal accountability for my own actions. And then having a spiritual awakening triggered by other events, which I'll probably make a video about that at some point. It's a little personal though. And then, once spiritually woke, starting to kind of understand that when you test these things, absolutely everything is your fault. And I use the word fault not in like a negative way, but it is a result based on your actions or your thoughts or whatever you want to believe. And then once you're at that point, God, everything is so exciting. It's the most liberating and freeing thing in the entire universe that I've experienced so far. Well, past the actual spiritual awakening segment. This is like level 2. You're starting to actually take accountability. Just start writing down these levels. Maybe I'll make a course and sell it. I don't know. Dollar bills, yo. And then, I don't know what's next, because I've taken responsibility for things, but things are still happening. But when negative things happen, I'm kind of like, hey, cool. Why did I do that? Right, kitty? Kitty's like all over the place today. He's like, I want to be in the video, just full time. I'm a full-time kitty. YouTube kitty. You know, cats do really well on YouTube. I should just put you in all my thumbnails. Would you like that? Would you like that? Would you like to be in all my thumbnails? That's a thumbnail. That's going to be our thumbnail. All right, we're starting to make thumbnails so that we can get clickbait. Spiritual kitty, clickbait. This is turning into a rant. I am not going to cut this out though. So let me know down below if you have ever experienced taking accountability for weird stuff that's happened. There's so much cat hair on my face right now. Weird stuff that's happened in your life, or negative stuff, or good stuff. Let me know down below. Let me know how that worked out for you and how freaking freeing it is. Or if you have a different opinion, I'd love to hear it too. I could be entirely crazy and wrong. That's always a possibility. Buddha, you know, duality, understanding both sides. So let me know down below. Hit that like button, hit that dislike button if you don't like these rants, but hit the like button if you like cats. So good luck with the dislike button. You're crazy. And hit the bell notification so that you get all the notifications about all my videos, so that you're every single day gonna have to see my lovely face. Peace. Oh, yeah, and love yourself.